Hello guys, this is Vysh. So the UPSC 2021 official answer key had come, and whatever answer keys you were referring to since the last year, there are a lot of mismatches. At least 20 to 25 questions. There is a difference. Okay, one question is cancelled by UPSC, which I already made a video, and there are 22 or 20 more than 22 questions which are mismatching, or there were doubtful questions also which everybody were waiting for answer key, including us. Okay, there were three specific questions where we also have given you wrong answer key. So that three questions also I'll tell you here. Okay. So subject wise I'll show you so that you have a clarity on all these things. So nearly 23 questions have a different answer key and one question is cancelled. So everything I'll show you in subject order. In geography there is one question, history there is three questions, environment 3, economics 4, science 6 and polity 7. So if you add up this is around 24. Okay. So polity out of the 7, one is actually cancelled question. So there are 6 questions where mismatch or doubt was there, and we will start with geography. So before that, I would like you to just subscribe the channel. Okay, now it's hit the subscribe button, because only when you support us, we can give you more and more free videos like this. Okay, so the faster you subscribe, faster we'll give you more and more playlists. These 2016 to 20 playlist, which is previous year questions, have to be watched if you are giving prelims this Sunday. 2021 also I have started a separate playlist, and also in this particular video which you are watching now, here also these 22 questions answer key I'll give you. Okay, there'll be no much explanation because that will be done in the 2021 explanation series. Okay, which also is going parallelly. Tomorrow I'll upload more episode. So today just answer keys I'll show you where mismatch is there. So geography, the first question, which is the obvious one, which everybody had a doubt because of the phrasing of the question. Okay, there is a problem in the phrasing, there is a mistake in grammar, you can see, because it's a continuous sentence and long sentence. So many people had doubt whether the answer can be the option A or option D. Okay, whether it is Chenab or Sutlej, and we also had 80% our answer was Chenab because of the wordings. But now the official answer key has come, so it is not A, it is actually D. Okay, Sutlej is the correct answer for this. So if you see this map, actually, if I state this question with reference to the Indus River system, of the following 4 rivers, 3 of them pour into one. Okay, so 3 of them pour into one is the problem here. Okay, this wording, it should have been the confluence of 3, or the joining or the merging of 3 pour into one. This is what the problem was. Because if you see here, Sutlej is a straight line here, this last one. Sutlej is like going like this, like this, like this, and going like this. And Chenab is also a long river, a long tributary, I'll tell. This will go like this and come here. Okay, so this one, where it meets, or which one is the one which directly connects, that is what they want to know, which is the one which directly connects to Indus. Okay, so here if you see, Chenab is the one which gets the water from Jhelum. It gets it from this Ravi also, and then Sutlej also comes and joins it, and then so Chenab will go here. So 3 separately something comes and join. It is actually Chenab will be the main river, into which 3 separate rivers, Jhelum, Ravi and Sutlej comes. So our answer was Chenab, or 80%, 90% our lineage was towards that. But now the answer key, as you know, it is Sutlej. So what they are meaning is the Jhelum, Chenab and Ravi. Okay, these 3 together, okay, the confluence, that will come and pour into Sutlej at this point. Okay, the confluence of the rivers, not like 3 individual rivers. So that confluence will come here, and then Sutlej will directly join the Indus. Okay, so answer is Sutlej. So many people told Sutlej also, so I just want to correct it. Okay, some coaching institutes, including us, have told wrong, that is Chenab, but that is wrong. Answer is Sutlej. Okay, now the next one is history's 3 questions, in which this also we, including us, have told the answer as A, that is 1 and 2, because there is a war also which happened during those days, in which the Nizam of our court had emerged out of the Hyderabad state. Okay, and Mysore kingdom, most of you will know because they're in spectrum textbook also. The people who formed it, the 2 people, brothers who formed it, was once part of the Vijayanagara empire, and when that collapsed, they made the Mysore kingdom. So 1 and 2 is the true thing, and so because there is no 1, 2, 3 as option, we had locked our answer as 1 and 2. Okay, but now when the answer key has come, it is actually 2 only. Okay, so due to some reason, the statement 1, okay, have to confirm why this statement 1 is wrong, so that I will check, and when I do the full video, okay, which I am doing parallelly now in another playlist, when we reach the history section, which is question number 48, okay, so in the 5th episode, because we are doing 10 questions, in the 5th episode this question will come. That time I will explain to you why this is wrong. Okay, so as of now, this alone is correct, this also is wrong. Okay, so answer is B for this. Now this one, the International Mother Language Day, these kind of things UPSC usually don't ask, okay, like specific dates and all, but here actually the date is not what was the problem. Here UNICEF is wrong, it should have been UNESCO, because all the cultural things and all is by UNESCO. And then this whether Bangla, raising the demand for Bangla, was raised in Pakistan assembly, this was very doubtful for many people. So answer keys, different answer key came like A, C, D, like both are wrong, both are right, everything came. Okay, so now the answer key has come. Actually, it is B, meaning actually it was raised. There was a person also who fought for this Bangla language, and he finally died also. So he had raised the issue of Bangla in national language in Constituent Assembly, and so 2 is correct. Okay, and this is because it's UNESCO thing. This is wrong. Okay, so more details about who is that person, what and all, in the other series. Okay, when we do the question number 50, I'll tell you. So here answer will be B, 2 only. Okay. Now this again was a very easy question, but still some coaching institutes started telling different answers. Okay, both are correct, both are wrong, but this was a very easy question actually. This one, the Montego reforms, that is 1919 reforms, you should know by name and year. Okay, like Morlemento is 1909 and this is 1919, or Pitt's India Act is 1784. So like that, you should know name versus year combination. Okay, always. So here, voting right to all the women age of 21. So this and all did not happen. Okay, adult suffrage and all was given later. By the time of 1935 only, voting and all for everyone came in into reality. Okay, or after 1947 only, everyone properly got it. So here, this one is actually wrong. Okay, and this one, Government of India gave this thing in 1935 Act, the reserved seat for women. This is actually true. It's there written in your Lakshmikant textbook also, in your Spectrum also. So I don't know why the confusion was with coaching institutes, but this is how it was. Okay, so answer here will be B. Okay, because the reserved seat for women was there, and other certain categories also was there. Separate electorates and reserved seats were there. So this is correct. Okay, B. Now next one, environment 3 questions. So this one again, symbiotic relationship. Okay, meaning mutually two things are coexisting with the help of each other, or maybe only one is gaining, one is losing. So different combinations of symbiotic relations are there. So protozoa cannot be into symbiotic relation and 1 and 2. This is what most of the institutes told. Okay, but in reality, if you check also a basic knowledge, if you have, it is actually D, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a wrong answer key which you can find. Okay, nowadays you will see most of the institutes will update their answer key also. What they published first will not be the one which you see now. Okay, everybody corrects it to just keep their books clean. But I'm just telling you. Okay, because I've noticed many incorrect things in many answer keys. That's why I'm telling. So here answer is 1, 2, 3. Any one of these can have symbiotic relationship. So what is this specifically? What is the meaning of this? With which organisms it can have? Whether unicellular, multicellular, algae, all these things, right? I will explain with examples when we do the question discussion. Okay. So in nature, which of the following are most likely to be found surviving without soil? So this was one again confusing question, because everything looks like it can survive without soil also, maybe on the wood or maybe on the rocks. So people were confused. So everybody gave different answer A, B, C, D. We were also confused because the options were not fitting. Okay, because mushrooms also people were telling without soil it can grow. So we need answer like 4 should be there in the answer. So it should be either A or D. Like this, we were confused and we are waiting for the answer. Okay, but now when the answer key came, answer is actually 2 and 3 only. Okay, answer is actually 2 and 3 only, that is lichen and moss. Okay, these two can have survive even without soil or grow without soil. Okay, but this fern and mushroom and all need the soil or the mud content. So that is how it works, and each one of this I'll explain with maybe pictures or with maybe more examples or data, so that when UPSC repeats, because environment questions we see that most of the time it repeats. Okay, so we'll give you more data when I explain this question number 20. Okay, 20 means it will be in the next episode only, because already 10 questions I've done. In the next episode, which I upload tomorrow, this question will be discussed with data. Okay, for everything. So here answer is 2 and 3. Now copper smelting plants. Here again, if you see, this may release lethal quantities of carbon monoxide into environment. They can cause leaching of some heavy metals. They may release sulfur dioxide. So here only sure statement by everyone was this one, because they felt okay, they may is like just a possibility, so it can be true. So they eliminate this, and then we are stuck with now these things. Then again, most of the institutes told it can be 1, 2, 3. Okay, because this may release lethal this thing. That is why people are asking to shut down the copper smelting plants in different parts of the country. Then many told answer can be 2 and 3 and all, or sorry, 1 and 3, because heavy metals it cannot involve. 2 you have to eliminate. So that kind of multiple things came. Okay, but now when answer key came, it is a B, that is 2 and 3 only. Okay, that is it may release lethal quantity of this thing. Okay, that is not true. Okay, even though maybe it is emitting, lethal quantity is an exaggerated thing. That is why 1 you have to eliminate. So 1, when you eliminate, you get this. Okay, there are many questions where you eliminate one statement and directly reach the answer, but last year most of the people had been giving confusing answers for this. Okay, now next one, economics 4 questions are there, which we already discussed today in a different episode. So with reference to this casual workers. Okay, so here I already explained that time also, all casual workers are entitled for EPF. Then all casual workers are entitled for regular working hours. Then the government can, by notification, specify that an establishment or industry shall pay the wages only through the bank account. So these three, most of the people were sure, and again you eliminate this and look for the answer. So then people told like, okay, answer will be 1, 2 and 3 because everything is possible. Then people had confusion like all is extreme statement, you have to eliminate this and this, but there is no option called 3 only. So this kind of doubts were coming for this question. Okay, so here actually all casual workers are actually eligible, but based on the companies they work on, they may not be eligible also. Okay, because you need at least I think 20 workers or something in a company, only then they are eligible for EPF this thing. Okay, so because of that reason, the statement one can be wrong. Okay, because all of them may not be eligible because of the company which they are part of. Okay, so you have to eliminate one and you will get the answer as 2 and 3. So you see most of the answers I'm showing you is B, 2 and 3 only. This is how it came last year. Okay, now this one, the Indian government bond yields are influenced by which of the following? So government bonds, again people thought like actions of the USA whatever they do, how can Indian bond get affected? So eliminate one and then you are stuck with these two. This was the conclusion which many people told. Okay, so they told answer can be B, that is 2 only Reserve Bank of India can make a change by their actions. So this kind of things were going on, but answer when it came, it is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, full thing I have explained in the other video. Anything USA changes, the investor will get confused whether we should invest there or invest here. Reserve Bank of India can do different operations and have an influence. Okay, because they're just telling influence. So all this can influence in a light way. Okay, inflation can influence, short-term interest rate, anything you change, the bond yield also can change. People's decision making will change. Okay, so here answer will be 1, 2 and 3. Now next one, this one is again a very confusing one because foreign direct investment FDI and foreign institutional investment FII, people study it separately and know that it is two different things. So when you ask like which of the following are included in FDI, you will first eliminate 2. Okay, that's the common nature of students. Everybody will eliminate 2 and you will go like this, you will go like this, and you will be stuck with 3 or 1 and 4, and whichever you choose it will be a wrong answer because 2 cannot be eliminated. 2 is true because here they are telling with certain conditions. So in the RBI's website, if you go and see, FII with certain conditions can be included under FDI. Okay, so 2 you need in the answer. So this is what you have to eliminate. This one you have to eliminate and this one you have to eliminate. So it's either 2 and 4 or it's either 1, 2 and 3. And finally the answer key which came is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, official answer key is 1, 2, 3, meaning because many people did this also. Bond, how can it be an FDI? So, but you have to know that this is not bond, it is convertible bond. So it can be converted to equities or share also. So it can become FDI. Okay, this is what I have explained in the other video, question number 7 in my 1 to 10 MCQ video. So 1, 2 and 3 is possible as FDI. Okay, FII in certain conditions, GDR and this one. Okay, GDR is again when a bond or something, sorry, when a share is issued and all, one certificate will be given. This is all I have explained in that video. And this one is just a NRE account, that is a non-resident, some person's putting his money here, and then again bank can take it and use it as loan, or maybe he can still take it back. So it is not an FDI, it's simply a deposit account for NREs. Okay, non-resident people. Okay, so 4 cannot be there in the answer. Answer is 1, 2, 3. Now this one, Indian economy, demand pull inflation. So this kind of questions, when coaching institutes see, what they do is, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. Okay, answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then they try to justify this, that it is correct. Okay, but that was a blunder way of doing it. It's not a science question that you go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here actually demand pull inflation, demand has to increase. Okay, so if demand has to increase, people has to have more money. Okay, only then that kind of inflation will have. So more money means you have to have expansionary policy, you have to have fiscal stimulus where more money is pushed into the system, or people should have high purchasing power. These are the 3 conditions, 1, 2 and 4, in which you will be having this one. Okay, you will be having ability to create a demand and then demand pull inflation. Okay, the other one is like inflation indexing wages, meaning according to your inflation, your wages also will be mapped, and so it will be like a balanced way. Inflation is going high, your wages is also going high. Inflation is going down, your wages is also going down. So it doesn't impact or it doesn't create any extra demand. Okay, and interest rate also, if interest rate is rising, okay, then nobody will go and take the loan. If nobody will take the loan, they won't have money, they can't create demand. Okay, so 3 and 5 you can easily eliminate, and that way also you can come to the answer by eliminating 3 here or eliminating 5 here. Okay, 2 methods were there to solve this. Now next one is science question, 6 questions. Okay, so science usually nobody does mistake, even coaching institutes, but this time because of very complicated questions, especially the pressure cooker kind of question and all. So here many answer keys came, everything A, B, C, D. Okay, one told this whole cannot be there, some told temperature doesn't have matter, some told weight, some told everything is correct. But here when the answer key came now, okay, it is actually C meaning it is 1 and 3 only. That means 2 is the one you have to eliminate, that is temperature of the flame. No matter what temperature you keep, that is not going to decide at which temperature the food will be cooked. Okay, it will be cooked at a particular temperature only, and that is based on the the steam which goes out or the pressure which is holding it. Okay, so the area of the hole or the weight of the lid. This is what UPSC's conclusion is. Answer is 1 and 3 only. Okay, now for this, you don't go and read all your physics textbook and all. You just have to study this. If it repeats, you can use it again. Okay, so official answer key is C. Again, I'll give more details as I told when we discussed this question in the other series. Now this one, this recombinant vector vaccines. Okay, so genetic engineering is used to develop this kind of vaccine, and bacteria as virus are used here for as vectors. So here many told like bacteria cannot be used, then many told genetic cannot be used. So that way also confusion was there between A and D. But here when official answer key came, it is C, meaning both are correct. Bacteria and virus can be used, and genetic engineering is also used. Okay, this is there in our test series also, in our science lecture also. We did complete RNA, DNA, all those things. Detailed video is there. Okay, so this actually is a easy question, but for some reason there were different answer keys on the internet. Okay, now next one is the hereditary disease, which again repeated. The pro-nuclear transfer question was there in, I think, 2016 or 17. That is this statement, the first one. Okay, this first statement is actually a repeated question, and with a little bit extra thing. And second one is also a repeated statement of another year. So they combined it and made a more complicated question. Okay, so here again confusion was there. Everyone was giving different answer keys because whether passing on the mitochondrial disease from the parent to child, okay, whether this can be prevented, that is the question. But whether it can be prevented by this mitochondrial therapy, okay, before or after, this is where the confusion. Before can you do, after can you do. This separately in one video also I have explained, and again when we do this I'll explain. So this actually both are possible. With pictures I have explained in one video, and in lecture also we have this same concept explained. And here entirely from the mother only you get this thing. Okay, but that time there was a news article like even from father it can go. Such research is going on. Okay, so that is why the confusion was there. Okay, but here answer when it came now, it is C. Okay, both 1 and 2. It's only from the mother that mitochondrial disease go, and the treatment IVF this thing you can do before or after the IVF of egg. Okay, so this again with pictures I'll explain one more time in the next video. Now bacteria, fungi, virus, which of the following can be cultured in artificial synthetic medium? Okay, so this again people told okay 1 2 3 everything can be done. Then some people told like virus it's not possible, it's only 1 and 2. So that confusion between A and D was there, and finally the answer key is A. Okay, because virus it needs a natural host. It is not like in artificial synthetic medium which you can do, okay, which can be cultured. So because of that reason 1 and 2 is the official answer for this. Okay, now this sodium lamp and this thing, this if you interestingly see that last year CSAT paper had a passage also about the same thing. Okay, so they have read some particular article, some on the examiner, and he made one CSAT question and one GS question from the same article. Okay, like this many interesting things will be there if you carefully observe all the previous year papers. So here if you see sodium lamp and LED lamp, so sodium lamp produce light in 360 degree. That is not so in the case of LED. So this many people thought that it is wrong. Okay, then as street lights, sodium lamp have longer lifespan. Okay, so this people were sure that no, LED has longer lifespan. That is a very common thing. That is why we are replacing LED everywhere. So this people knew like you should be having. Okay, meaning it should be a wrong statement because they're telling sodium lamp has longer. That is a wrong statement. So 2 you will eliminate. Okay, but again you are stuck with 3 only, and 1 and 3 only. Okay, A and C you are confused. So people are told the answer as A, that is 3 only, because this one sodium lamps produce light in 360 degree, but not so in LED. So this people could not believe, and people told answer is A, but answer is actually C. Okay, 1 and 3, because LED cannot have, okay, the 360. This is sodium lamp produce light in 360 degree, but it is not so in the case of LED lamp. Is a true statement. Okay, and this one, this sodium is monochromatic light, and the LED has different colors. This one I think most of you knew, but again 3 anyway was sure because of these options. 1 was the one which was confusing, and now UPSC is telling 1 is correct. Okay, so you have to go with 1 is correct. Now this one, magnetite particles, which can cause this neurodegenerative problems. Okay, so this one again because of all these appliances can have any magnetic interference and magnetic fluxes, especially microwave, telephone lines, all these things can happen. Answer 1 2 3 4 5 was told by most people. Okay, but they're telling not like just emitting magnetic, they're telling neurodegenerative problems and all. So if that was the case, then you will not have these many telephone lines and these many microwaves and all in your surroundings. Okay, so for that reason 3 and 5 you could have eliminated, and then got to the answer. Okay, which will be B, that is 1 2 and 4. You could have eliminated microwave stoves and telephone lines. Okay, so that way you could have come, but still there was a confusion whether everything can come, or maybe these vehicles cannot be that much disease, so this problems causing, eliminate 1 and 2 and come to the answer as 3, 4, 5. So different answer keys were there, especially C and D was the most told answer by most institutes, but both are wrong. Answer is B, 1, 2, 4. Okay, the brake of motor vehicle, engine of motor vehicle, and power plants are the ones which will have magnetite particles in plenty and will cause these kind of problems. Okay, so this again, each one with explanation I will do when I do the question number 25. Now polity, 7 questions were there. Again, even though polity is very easy, there were many questions where confusion was there. So this one, with reference to Indian judiciary, consider the following statement. Any retired judge of the Supreme Court of India can be called back to sit and act as a Supreme Court judge by the Chief Justice of India with the prior permission of President of India. It's a direct statement taken from Lakshmikant. It's a true statement. Okay. Then High Court in India has the power to review its own judgment as the Supreme Court does. If you actually refer to textbooks and materials, this also should be true, and answer should be C. Okay, including we, I think we told this, okay, that this has to be true. But now when the official answer key has come, answer is A, and this is told as wrong, meaning High Court don't have the power to review its own judgment as Supreme Court does. Actually, directly it is not mentioned in Constitution, but indirectly High Court having that power is there in certain cases. That is the reason we also told C, but answer here is actually 1 only. Okay, so we are just telling that 1, 2, 3 questions we also have told you wrong, but remaining 18 to 20 questions I have seen wrong in multiple answer keys. Okay, so that is why we are telling, because they are not anyway going to come and accept that they made all these mistakes. So we are at least telling the 3 of the questions which we did wrong, and the remaining 18, 19 which I found wrong in their materials. Okay, so here answer is A. Now this one is the question which UPSC cancelled. Okay, many answer keys came, like mostly 2 only was the answer which many people told, but now there is confusion maybe because of the data. The people are not sure whether actually this is Sri Devi Lal contested from 3 Lok Sabha constituency. Some are telling it's not 3, some are telling it is 2 Lok Sabha constituency and 1 state constituency, state assembly. Then some are telling it's not 1991, it is some other year. So there is problem with data. I don't know from where this examiner made such a factual question, but because of certain reasons this question has been cancelled. So better you don't do much research on this. If there is a problem, UPSC will not repeat this. Okay, and this one is definitely wrong, because they're telling there is no law restricting people from contesting in multiple election. There is a law, the Representation of People Act 1951, in that it is written that more than 2 you cannot contest. So 1 anyway you could have eliminated, but still you are stuck with 2 and 2 and 3. That is why B and D was the options which everyone told, but this question is cancelled. Okay. Now next one, the British model parliamentary democracy is what we have adopted. So what is the difference between Indian and British? So as regards legislation, the British Parliament is supreme or sovereign, but in India, the power of the Parliament to legislate is limited. This is true. Okay. Now in India, matters related to the constitutionality of the amendment of an act of the Parliament are referred to the constitutional bench by the Supreme Court. So because it's told are referred to this thing, many people or many coaching institutes consider that it is like mandatorily referred to them, and they told the justification that there is no necessity that you have to transfer like that to constitutional bench. You can do it without that also. So 2 has to be wrong. This is what is the answer key by coaching. Okay, that A is the correct answer. 1 only is the correct answer, but the answer is actually C, because it is not telling like are mandatorily referred and all. It can be referred. That is the meaning of this statement, but they simply overthought it and confused it and told answer A, which is wrong. Actually answer is both 1 and 2, C. Okay, because it can be referred to the constitutional bench by the Supreme Court. There are several cases for this, which in our test series and textbook it is there. Okay. Now right to city, this was a very confusing thing and not very popular also, so students actually struggled to do this, and the options also was very weird. So here if you see, right to city is an agreed human right, and the human habitat monitors the commitments made by each country in this regard. Then right to city gives every occupant of the city the right to reclaim public spaces and public participation in the city. Then it means that the state cannot deny any public service or facility to the authorized colonies in the city. Okay, so this everything in a way can look wrong, so we were confused which one to eliminate, and that is why different answer keys came. Okay, when we did not give a proper answer key for this last year. So here now the official answer key is D, that is 2 and 3, because it is not an agreed human right, it's a proposed one. Okay, it's proposed and in discussion in various forums, even in UN Habitat it's being discussed, but it is not done. But maybe by the time you give exam after a few years, it can become an agreed human right. Okay, so don't by heart this just like this. Go and research more on this topic. We will also make more videos, but as of now the answer is 2 and 3, because it is not a agreed right. Okay, but it can give every occupant the right to reclaim public spaces, and the state cannot deny any public service to the unauthorized colonies in the city. So 2 and 3 are true. Now this one again a very difficult factual question about the first ARC report, second ARC report, and all this and all. For mains you study some data, but you cannot by heart these many things. Okay, so here this Gopal Swami Iyengar suggested that a minister and a secretary be designated solely for pursuing the subject of administrative reform. Okay, meaning he suggested something like this is what they are telling. Then in 1970, the Department of Personnel was constituted on the recommendation of this ARC Commission in 1966, and this was placed under the PMO, okay, Prime Minister's charge. So this was very factual, and so people did not know what to give as answer. Now the official answer key is actually answer B. Okay, so don't believe whatever answer key you saw first. Many told like 2 is correct, many told 1 is correct, both are correct. So now the answer is only 2 is correct. Okay, this is actually by the ARC report of 1966, and it was placed under this. But this one, Gopal Swami Iyengar did not suggest this. Okay, this minister and secretary be designated solely. Okay, he I think suggested some group of ministers should do something. Okay, this was suggested by administrative ARC commission, I think. So that again, when I do this question, I'll explain with the details. Now just understand that answer key is B. Okay. Now, which are the following best defined state? This one was clearly there in our lecture. Okay, this is a direct question, but still coaching institutes gave all sorts of answers. They told this has to be there, the maintain law and order should be there, then tradition should be there, here executive responsibility should be there, independent judiciary should be there. So these are all simply made up extra statements. This is not definition of state. State is simply there should be a community, there should be a territory, and there should be an organized government. Okay, this much if you have without any meaning, it should be sovereign. Nobody should be controlling you from outside. That is called a state. So this was a basic question, direct question. Even in our social justice video, Indian society justice video is there. Okay, which you can see video series is there, around 20 videos. From there, it was a direct question. Answer is A. Okay, so don't go by whatever you by hearted. This is the answer. So next year maybe they'll ask something else. What is state? So they'll ask what is nation state, what is community, what is the population. So try to find out this one line definition. It will be there in sociology kind of textbooks. Now, which of the following is in Indian polity is an essential feature that indicates federal? This again was a direct question in which federalism features are there in your salient features of Constitution Lakshmikant chapter, and the answer key is telling different things. Okay, because they told federalism means the different units, meaning the state or the whatever is below the union, that should be from there representative should be taken and union should be formed. So that is called proper federalism. This is what the coaching institutes were arguing. Okay, but in your textbook it is clearly written, Lakshmikant, that independence of judiciary is a part of your this thing, federal feature. Okay, federal feature, there are various things you can go and like written constitution, supreme constitution, rigid constitution, like that, different things of different salient features. What is a federal government, what is a unitary government, that separately is given properly. So don't overthink in the exam hall, go by what you have studied in the textbook. Okay, so these were the questions, the 24 questions which were wrong. Maybe more are there, but this is what I felt like what we thought, or what an institute thought, what students thought had mismatch with what UPSC has given. Okay, so that 1 or 2 questions which we made correct also we have accepted, others I have shown you. Okay, so please subscribe to this channel. I'll come up with the next episode so that you can get good knowledge even if you are preparing for this prelims or next prelims or whichever. Okay, because all these are going to be useful for the next at least 5 to 10 years, because all are topics of history, geography, polity, economy, from which the questions and syllabus is going. Even if syllabus change, okay, all these things are going to remain. Okay, history, geography, polity, everything is going to remain. Maximum CSAT, maybe they will make some changes if syllabus changes in future, but that also they will update you 1 year before, not like suddenly they will not do. Okay, so go with the same syllabus and stay in touch with us in WhatsApp. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.